Can you really choose your baby's gender? History is packed with examples of powerful men who blamed their wives for their baby's gender. This is despite the fact that it's actually the father who's responsible for whether it's a baby boy or a baby girl. King Henry VIII, also known as the patron saint of blaming your wife for not having a boy, divorced Catherine of Aragon for not producing a son. Little did he know that their daughter would go on to become queen. In fact, he executed Anne Boleyn and their daughter went on to become Queen Elizabeth I. In hindsight, medical historians believe that it was probably King Henry himself that had the fertility problem. We think it might have been a blood antibody issue. So here are some of my favourite myths about how to pick the sex of your baby. Eating bananas will give you a boy because they contain potassium. Nuh-uh. But eating too many bananas may well cause an irregular heartbeat, constipation and flatulence, which can of course prevent you from conceiving any children, male or female. Then there's the Shettles method, which is a shaky science to say the least. It's steeped in the thought that boy sperm are faster but die quicker, and girl sperm are slower but live longer. So if you want a boy, have sex right on ovulation day, but if you want a girl, have it a few days before. This doesn't seem to work either. But the 50% who got what they wanted will tell the entire world about it, and the other 50%, well, they just won't say a word. What about having really hot baths or wearing really tight jocks if you want a girl? After all, male sperm will die off at warmer temperatures, right? Maybe, kinda, but mostly not. That doesn't work either. What does work is IVF with pre-implantation genetic testing. We have the technology now to actually work out which embryos are boys and which embryos are girls, and then transfer the one that we prefer. In Australia, we can do this only under very specific circumstances, like where there's a genetic condition attached to one specific gender. Every country is a little bit different. In India, for example, you can't even find out the baby's gender during the course of the pregnancy. Whereas in the United States, Thailand and Mexico, you can absolutely pick whether you want a girl or a boy baby. I guess this leads us into thinking about the notion of designer babies, where we get to pick things like eye colour or hair colour, or even the football team that the kid's going to barrack for in later life. What kind of characteristics do you think you'd like to pick for or against? I'm looking forward to hearing some of your suggestions.